King Charles had prepared himself for another difficult message from his younger son. What he had not prepared for was seeing Prince William's title placed beneath an order that William had never approved. Within minutes, what began as a routine security alert became a royal emergency. Prince Harry was waiting outside a restricted Windsor entrance, demanding access to a private strategy meeting. The authority he presented appeared to come directly from the future king. Then King Charles read the final line. Before we go deeper into what this really means for the royal family, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single update. King Charles felt his anger rise before anyone spoke. The Windsor meeting had been arranged to divide future royal duties and protect the monarchy from confusion during a fragile moment. The title Prince of Wales is held by the direct heir to the throne, and using it on an official instruction could lead palace staff to believe that the future king had personally approved the order. Prince Harry had received no invitation. Every proposed visit required confirmation through palace security and the royal household, the administrative structure responsible for managing official royal business. King Charles read the authorization carefully. It stated that Prince Harry was entering on behalf of the Prince of Wales. Prince William had signed nothing, sent no message, and had no knowledge that his brother was approaching Windsor. King Charles gripped the table. "Who gave him permission to use my son's name?" he demanded. No one answered. Prince Harry had not simply requested entry. He had arrived carrying borrowed authority. Outside the entrance, Prince Harry refused to move. He told the security officer that his family could not exclude him forever and insisted that Prince William's position should protect him, not become another barrier against him. The officer remained firm, but the younger prince's voice hardened. He believed he was forcing a conversation. Inside, however, King Charles believed his son was challenging the crown. Later, Prince William entered the room and examined the authorization in silence. The future king recognized phrases from an older internal communication that had once been used during a private attempt to arrange contact between the brothers. Someone had carefully copied that wording, making the authorization appear genuine. Prince William's expression shifted from confusion to disbelief. A private promise had been transformed into what appeared to be an official command. King Charles immediately ordered the gates to remain closed. He instructed palace staff to trace every message, copied phrase, and individual connected to the document before Prince Harry was allowed to speak with anyone inside. Then came the first discovery that made the crisis deeply personal. Prince Harry had relied on a promise made months earlier, one that Prince William believed had already been withdrawn. As King Charles demanded answers and Prince Harry remained outside the gates, the crisis stopped being a question of entry and became something far more painful. Which brother believed he had been betrayed first? Behind the growing fury stood three men carrying three very different wounds. King Charles saw a family fracture evolving into a constitutional danger. Prince William saw his authority taken and used without his consent. Prince Harry saw the final door closing in his face. None of them believed he was the true aggressor. Yet only one royal title had been misused, and only one man would be forced to decide whether blood ties still deserve protection. For years, King Charles had struggled to separate his role as a father from his responsibilities as the monarch. Every appeal from Prince Harry pulled those two identities back together, forcing him to choose between private love and public duty. This time, however, the stakes were even greater. The title Prince of Wales was not merely an honorific. It identified the direct heir to the throne, and any instructions issued under that title carried extraordinary authority and constitutional significance. Instructions issued under that title could influence security access, official schedules, and the decisions of palace staff. Prince William sat alone with the copied authorization resting before him. He read every phrase, searching for an innocent explanation, but the wording was too deliberate. Prince Harry knew which expressions would make the order appear official. The future king slowly turned the document face down. His brother had not simply asked for help. He had used the authority Prince William had spent years learning to carry. Meanwhile, Prince Harry waited in a secure reception room after security officers escorted him away from the gate. Anger kept him standing, but shock had begun to break through. He told one of the officers that he had not stolen authority. He insisted he was acting on a promise Prince William had once made. The officer gave no response, leaving the younger prince alone with the growing fear that the promise no longer existed. Soon, King Charles received fragments of old messages discussing the possibility of a private meeting between the brothers. Those messages did not grant Prince Harry permission to enter. However, when arranged in the right sequence, they could create the impression that Prince William was expecting him. King Charles immediately understood why this mattered. A private family exchange had been reshaped into something that palace staff could easily mistake for official authorization. At last, Prince William admitted the painful truth. Months earlier, he had offered Prince Harry a confidential conversation at Windsor, but only under strict conditions. A confidential conversation meant a private discussion that would remain completely separate from public statements, recordings, or palace announcements. That invitation was withdrawn after details from another private exchange were leaked beyond the family and reached outside circles. A short time later, King Charles entered his elder son's room without any advisors. Remaining standing, he quietly asked whether any part of Prince Harry's claim could still be defended. Prince William looked at the copied authorization, then met his father's eyes. "Not the part where he used my title," he answered. That single sentence settled the immediate question, but it reopened an older wound. To understand why King Charles's anger became so immediate, the palace had to return to the night Prince Harry was warned never to invoke Prince William's office again. Months before the Windsor gates were closed, Prince William had offered Prince Harry one final private opportunity. There would be no cameras, no public statement, and no palace announcement. Just two brothers in a small room confronting years of accusations, misunderstandings, and silence. But the conversation ended with a warning so direct that neither man could have misunderstood it. Prince Harry left believing the door remained open. Prince William left convinced it had been permanently closed. King Charles had encouraged the meeting because he feared the brothers' feud was no longer merely personal. It now threatened future royal duties, public trust, and the stability of the monarchy itself. Prince William agreed to the meeting, but only under one condition. The conversation would remain entirely separate from official palace business. He attended as Prince Harry's brother, not as the Prince of Wales, the title held by the direct heir to the throne and used when royal authority is formally exercised. Prince William began carefully. He told Prince Harry that family contact might still be possible if their private conversations remained confidential and no private promise was ever turned into public pressure. Prince Harry listened, but then asked for much more. He wanted the future king to restore his access, secure him an official role, and overrule the royal household staff who had blocked his previous requests. The atmosphere in the room changed instantly. Prince William pushed his chair back and told his brother that personal affection could never be converted into official authority. He warned Prince Harry never to use their private relationship as evidence of royal authorization. Prince William understood exactly why that boundary mattered. A single false claim made in his name could create confusion, undermine royal authority, and carry consequences far beyond the walls of the palace. A false claim made in his name could confuse palace staff, weaken security, and make personal promises appear equal to official commands from the heir to the throne. Prince Harry responded with years of bottled-up anger. He argued that Prince William had inherited the position, the protection, and the authority to decide who belonged within the royal family. He accused his brother of hiding resentment behind protocol, a formal system of royal rules and procedures used to regulate access and official conduct. The future king firmly rejected that claim. Prince William insisted that the rules existed to protect the crown from becoming a weapon in their private conflict. Prince Harry left the meeting carrying more than bitterness. According to a documented internal account later reviewed by King Charles, he kept a printed scheduling note bearing the heading of Prince William's office. The note merely confirmed that a private discussion had once been considered. It granted no permission to enter and promised no official role. Yet months later, its wording became the foundation of the authorization presented at Windsor. King Charles had never realized that the document had survived. Prince William believed every copy had been collected, making its reappearance seem deliberate rather than desperate. Then Prince William opened the door himself. "You may speak to me as my brother," he said. "You may never speak for me as the heir." Prince Harry walked away without replying. Now, the same language had returned. King Charles ordered Prince Harry to be brought inside, not as a prince reclaiming his place, but as a son required to explain why he had crossed the one boundary Prince William had made impossible to misunderstand. When Prince Harry finally entered the room, no one welcomed him. King Charles stood behind the table. Prince William remained near the window, while the disputed authorization lay between them like evidence in a courtroom. There were no advisors to soften the conversation, and no cameras to encourage restraint. Prince Harry had demanded a path back into the royal family. Instead, he found himself facing a father whose anger had moved beyond disappointment and a brother who was no longer willing to defend him. Prince Harry had been allowed inside for only one reason: to answer for the authorization that had been issued in Prince William's name. Prince Harry was allowed inside only after surrendering his phone and accepting one condition. The meeting offered no promise of restored access, royal duties, status, or future negotiations. King Charles deliberately chose a small private room instead of a formal chamber because he wanted his son to answer as a member of the family before the matter became disciplinary. A disciplinary decision meant an official response carrying lasting consequences for royal access and future conduct. The king placed the disputed authorization in front of Prince Harry. He asked whether his younger son had knowingly approved the use of Prince William's title. Prince Harry did not deny it. Instead, he said that Prince William had once promised him a private path back and argued that he had merely acted upon a door that had already been opened. King Charles struck his palm against the table. The sharp sound ended every excuse. A brother's invitation can never become an order from the air, the king declared. Prince Harry fell silent. King Charles's anger came from far more than the breaking of a royal rule. He saw private affection being transformed into public authority, and he knew that allowing it even once could weaken every future command issued in Prince William's name. At last, Prince William turned to face his brother. He accused Prince Harry of taking a single act of compassion and transforming it into a claim of official authority. The future king reminded him that the earlier invitation had clear conditions, strict limits, and absolutely no connection to official royal access. Prince Harry replied that compassion without action was simply another form of rejection. He argued that Prince William had offered hope, only to retreat behind the authority of his office when that hope became inconvenient. Then Prince Harry revealed how the authorization had been created. According to a recorded account made during the confrontation, he admitted that a former intermediary familiar with palace correspondence had reconstructed the document's format. The intermediary understood how royal communications were structured and believed palace staff would recognize the title and obey it before questioning its source. King Charles immediately demanded the identity of the person responsible. King Charles demanded the person's name. Prince Harry refused. He said exposing that individual would destroy the last connection still willing to help him find his way back. The king removed his glasses and placed them beside the document. His voice became quiet. He warned Prince Harry that his silence would now be considered another deliberate choice against the family. Prince William lowered his eyes once again. Then another discovery changed everything. A reference number appeared at the bottom of the document, linked to a dormant office account, an outdated royal system that should have been deactivated years earlier. Prince Harry's confession revealed the emotional betrayal, but the forgotten account exposed something far more dangerous. The attempt had reached deeper into the royal system than anyone had first realized. Prince Harry may have carried the document, but he did not control the institution behind it. Within the monarchy, a royal title carries authority only when it is recognized by the people entrusted to act upon it. King Charles now faced a difficult question. Had his younger son merely imitated royal authority, or had someone inside the royal institution opened a hidden channel on his behalf? The answer would determine whether this remained a painful family dispute or became a serious breach of the crown. As the sovereign, King Charles held the highest authority within the royal household, with final responsibility for royal operations. However, Prince William controlled his own office, official correspondence, scheduling approvals, and every authorized use of the title Prince of Wales. Royal security required far more than a recognizable name. Before granting access to any restricted entrance, palace staff had to verify protected records, confirmed contacts, and current authorizations. Those safeguards had prevented Prince Harry's authorization from becoming an automatic command. Prince William took the violation personally. He told his father that private forgiveness would mean nothing if the office of the heir could still be copied and manipulated. The future king was not protecting his pride. He was protecting the chain of authority upon which palace staff depended during security decisions, official duties, and national emergencies. King Charles hesitated before ordering a full internal investigation. He knew such an inquiry could expose former employees, long-buried loyalties, and the private channels he had once preserved in case Prince Harry ever needed a way to reach him. Those channels had been created out of love. Now, they threatened to become evidence of weakness. Finally, King Charles took his seat beside his senior private secretary as the investigation into the dormant account began. The account history appeared on a secure screen. A private secretary is the senior aide responsible for managing royal correspondence, official decisions, and access to the monarch. When Prince Harry's name appeared within an archived contact chain, King Charles closed his eyes. The discovery was painful because it connected his son to a communication route that should no longer have existed. Even so, King Charles ordered the investigation to continue. The reference number belonged to a transitional account that had once been used while Prince William's household structure was being reorganized. The account had never issued a valid authorization, but its old templates remained accessible to a former administrative contractor. A documented review of the messages revealed that the contractor had contacted Prince Harry's intermediary 3 days before the attempted entry. They discussed the wording, formatting, and which royal title would receive the quickest response. Without further delay, King Charles made his decision. He signed an immediate directive disabling every dormant account and suspending all informal communication channels connected to Prince Harry. A directive is a binding written instruction that requires palace staff to act immediately. Prince Harry expected punishment. He expected anger. What he did not expect was for his father to erase the last hidden path of communication between them. Within minutes, the systems were sealed. Yet the most devastating consequence did not appear on a computer screen. It appeared on Prince Harry's face when he realized that the final private route to King Charles had disappeared. Prince Harry had arrived at Windsor believing that his physical presence would force a conversation the palace could no longer avoid. Instead, every passing minute stripped away another connection. His informal contact channel was suspended. His request for access was denied. The old account was permanently disabled. Then came the order he had feared most. He would leave through the same secured entrance under escort, with no private meeting scheduled and no assurance that King Charles would consider another appeal. His attempted return had produced the exact opposite of what he had hoped for. King Charles's directive took effect before the confrontation had even come to an end. Security teams received orders to reject any future requests based on inherited titles, outdated correspondence, private family language, or verbal promises that could not be independently verified. Prince William's office issued a sealed internal clarification. The private instruction, distributed only to authorized staff, stated that no one could exercise the prince's authority without direct digital confirmation from his current senior team. Prince Harry heard the decision in silence. He had carried a personal appeal for King Charles, but the meeting was ending before he had the opportunity to present it. The anger slowly faded from his face, replaced by disbelief. His entire attempt had been judged through the false authority attached to Prince William's name. He had come seeking acceptance. Instead, he had made every future request more difficult to trust. The Duke asked King Charles for 10 minutes alone. His voice had lost its force. But the king refused. He said no private conversation could take place, while Prince Harry continued protecting the intermediary who had helped misuse the future king's title. The refusal cut even deeper because it came from a father standing only a few steps away. Prince Harry reached into his jacket and removed a folded letter. He held it for several seconds before slipping it back inside, unopened. His hand trembled as he asked whether King Charles intended to read it at all. The monarch answered quietly. The letter would be accepted only through formal channels, the official process used to record and review serious requests. For the first time, Prince Harry's private words to his father would have to pass through the same system as an institutional petition. Love had not disappeared, but access to it had been placed behind official procedure. Before his departure, Prince Harry finally revealed the intermediary's name during a recorded statement. The disclosure confirmed that the individual had once worked closely enough with Prince William's household to understand its private formatting and historical office language. A security officer opened the door. Prince Harry stepped forward, then paused as the lock engaged behind him. Prince William remained inside. He did not step forward to say goodbye. Later that evening, King Charles found the folded letter resting on his desk, left behind without a single word being spoken. The letter remained on the table despite King Charles's refusal. The official decision had already been delivered, but the abandoned letter presented one final private test. Could King Charles separate the pain of a father from the duty of a king? Long after the advisors had departed, King Charles returned to the room where the confrontation had taken place. The disputed authorization had been collected as evidence. Prince Harry's letter remained. For the first time that day, there were no officials waiting for a decision and no security officers standing guard at the door. There was only a father, his son's unread words, and the painful realization that compassion alone could not undo what had happened. King Charles opened the letter, but he did not read it alone. Instead, he asked Prince William to join him after the royal household had grown quiet. No secretary, lawyer, advisor, or security official entered the room with him. Before unfolding the letter, King Charles made one point absolutely clear. Reading it would not reverse the decision regarding Prince Harry's access. It was a personal act, entirely separate from the institutional response, the official disciplinary measures that had already been imposed by the Crown. Then King Charles began reading aloud. In the letter, Prince Harry admitted that he had used Prince William's title because he believed that any request carrying only his own name would never reach his family. The words did not defend his actions. Instead, they revealed the fear that had driven them. Prince Harry believed he had become so powerless that only borrowed authority could force his father and brother to listen. Prince William felt his anger return, but it was no longer the only emotion he experienced. The future king was deeply troubled by the thought that Prince Harry truly believed he no longer had a voice within his own family. He quietly acknowledged that desperation might explain the decision, but it could never excuse it. His title had been used as a tool, and private pain could not erase that violation. Then King Charles admitted something even more difficult. He confessed that the hidden lines of communication he had quietly preserved over the years might have encouraged Prince Harry to believe that royal rules could always be bypassed whenever emotions became strong enough. The king had tried to protect the bond between father and son. Instead, he feared he might have unintentionally weakened the boundaries that held the monarchy together. The situation may have taught Prince Harry that every closed door contained a hidden entrance. The letter revealed one final truth. Prince Harry was not asking for a public role, restored duties, or a royal announcement. His request was much smaller and far more painful. He wanted one private meeting with King Charles and Prince William, where he would not be treated as a representative, claimant, or former working royal. A working royal is a member of the royal family who carries out official duties on behalf of the monarch. Prince William listened carefully, then set his condition. Such a meeting could happen one day, but only after Prince Harry accepted in writing that he could never again use the Prince of Wales title, palace language, or private family promises as a way to gain access. King Charles folded the letter carefully and placed it inside a plain drawer rather than the official file. The words belonged to the family. The false authorization belonged to the crown. By dawn, they had separated Prince Harry's personal plea from his public actions. However, outside Windsor, only the action was visible, and the world was already preparing its judgment. The conflict had taken place behind guarded doors, but its consequences reached the public before breakfast. One document, one borrowed title, and one furious response became a national debate about loyalty, desperation, and royal authority. Some viewed Prince Harry as a son who had been denied every peaceful path back home. Others saw it as an unacceptable attempt to imitate the authority of Britain's future king. Then, A single newspaper front page transformed the family dispute into a defining public image. The palace released a brief statement confirming that an unauthorized access request using the Prince of Wales designation had been rejected. The designation is the official title identifying Prince William as the direct heir to the throne. Using it without permission created both a security concern and a challenge to his authority. The statement also made clear that official royal titles could only be used through proper authorization. The palace confirmed that royal security procedures had been strengthened. The statement did not accuse Prince Harry of forgery, but every carefully chosen sentence made one point clear. Prince William had approved nothing. King Charles watched the first morning broadcasts without speaking. The king understood that the public would see a monarch enforcing discipline, not a father who had opened his son's letter only hours earlier. That private act remained hidden. His mercy belonged to the family, while his decision belonged to the crown. Prince William felt relief when the statement protected his office, but the outcome brought him no real comfort. The future king watched his relationship with Prince Harry become a public contest between a powerful heir and an excluded brother. He had successfully defended the authority of his title. Yet every headline reminded him of what the family had lost. The story gained even more attention when a major newspaper published the headline, "Not in my name." The words appeared above an image of Windsor's closed gates. Broadcasters displayed the front page during live coverage as a small crowd gathered near the castle entrance. Some defended Prince Harry's desperation. Others argued that no royal connection could excuse the misuse of authority. A royal commentator intensified the debate during a recorded television segment. Prince Harry did not merely knock on the family door. He arrived carrying William's key. The phrase spread within minutes. It appeared across broadcasts, online discussions, and evening headlines, transforming a complicated family dispute into one unforgettable accusation. Public sympathy shifted again when palace staff confirmed through a documented briefing that Prince Harry had been seeking a private family conversation, not the restoration of an official royal role. His motivation appeared more understandable. His method, however, remained controversial. King Charles rejected calls for a harsher public condemnation. He would defend Prince William's title and authority, but he would not publicly humiliate his younger son beyond the facts that had already been released. The gates, headlines, and broadcasts had judged the incident from the outside. Inside the family, the consequences were far more complicated. Now, King Charles would issue the only verdict that truly mattered inside the family. King Charles's final decision did not restore Prince Harry, and it did not erase him from the family. The king refused to confuse love with permission or punishment with permanent hatred. Prince Harry would remain his son, but he would never again be allowed to force access by using another royal's title. Prince William's authority would remain protected. The monarchy's rules would remain intact. And the family, although still wounded, would finally understand the boundaries separating private reconciliation from an official return to royal duties. King Charles issued a formal decision confirming that the Windsor authorization was invalid. The use of Prince William's title was unacceptable, and every informal route into the royal household would remain closed. A formal decision was an official written ruling carrying the authority of the monarch. It made clear that Prince Harry would not regain automatic access, official duties, palace representation, or the ability to speak through the authority of any working royal. However, the king added something separate. Beneath the official ruling, he placed a handwritten note intended only for his son. King Charles wrote that the bond between father and child had not been permanently broken. A private conversation could still take place one day, but only after Prince Harry accepted the conditions and acknowledged the harm caused to Prince William. Prince William agreed not to prevent that future meeting. The prince understood that forgiveness might eventually become personal, but he refused to allow reconciliation to become a pathway back to institutional power. The office of the heir had to remain protected because palace staff, security teams, and the future of the monarchy depended on knowing whose authority was legitimate. Prince Harry responded through a signed written acknowledgement. He admitted that he had acted without Prince William's permission and promised never again to use the Prince of Wales title, official office language, private correspondence, or family promises to gain access. That acknowledgement ended the dispute over responsibility. It did not repair the family completely, but it ended the denial. King Charles then approved the final consequences. The intermediary was permanently removed from royal communication systems. Every dormant account was disabled. The old security loophole was closed, ensuring that no forgotten template could ever again carry the authority of a living royal title. Prince Harry read the handwritten note alone. He placed the official rejection on one side and the personal message on the other. At last, he understood the difference. He had not been erased as a son, but he had lost the ability to force his way back into the institution as a prince. The gates remained closed. Prince William's title remained his own, and King Charles made his final choice. The monarchy would not bend, but a father would not stop loving his son. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next update.